Okay, what's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of Gavin Richard Presents on my channel, GBoo2786. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you're having a wonderful night, wonderful day. Hope your Thursday was good. This video came from, shout out to my friend Dennis Sperling, fellow attorney. Dennis had this link to this story on his Facebook page. And I was able to look this up because this brother went on Facebook Live with this whole altercation. Now, those of you who may not know the story or what's going on and starting to make waves is this brother, his name is Travis J. Miller Sr., was delivering furniture in this private subdivision in Oklahoma. And I'm looking here at the where this area was. It's a gated community in Oklahoma City. I don't know if anybody, any of our family who is out there in Oklahoma City, if you know where this subdivision is, please shout out that area, what the demographics are. Please put it in the chat room so we'll know. But obviously, this brother and another gentleman who was with him, they were doing their jobs, and they finished delivering their items and were trying to leave. And you'll see in the video what happens next. Now, before I do that, the type of community this customer obviously lives in, is gated. So the only way you can get in is with a passcode. Now, typically, one of two things in some gated communities, when they don't have a guard at the front, if they need a delivery man to come through or they want guests to come in, they'll give them a passcode. Sometimes there are some guests or some residents, who would give guests actually a gate card. That has happened because I live in a gated community myself. So normally if we want family members to come over or we call someone to deliver something, if we have furniture or anything like that, we'll let the front gate know, and they'll just ask us for their information, their name, and they'll take their make and model number down. And that's usually the end of it. This is extreme, and you guys will see in a minute. Here we go.
I'm trying to leave, and I got the super neighbor over here blocking me in. So I'm going live. This is what I'm dealing with right now. This is what I'm dealing with. This is who I'm dealing with. Napoleon, move out the way.
My name's David Stewart.
I don't care what your name is. Get out the way.
Taking my picture, that's my name.
I don't care. Move out the way, sir. You picked the wrong day. Move out the way. Can you tell him to hang up and move so I can leave? Thank you.
Let me give you the date code. Pound 2005.
Please hurry up so you can have this a-hole move out the way so I can leave.
I asked you one question.
No, it's none of your business. And I answered. It is not.
No, it is my business.
Why? You the mayor of the cul-de-sac?
I'm president of the owners association.
Okay.
These are private.
Okay, this guy looks like he's wearing a latex mask over his head. I'm sorry, I have to say this. He looked like that invisible man skin that they usually see, or hollow man, whatever you call it. I don't know what latex. This goes on. I'm not going to show the entire video, but this actually went on for over 24 minutes, approximately when it ended. As you can see, this guy, David Stewart, blocked this man from leaving the subdivision. Okay, he blocked him from leaving, which you could make an argument and say it was false imprisonment, but, it may be a little bit of a stretch because technically it's not an enclosed area. But on the flip side, I understand why the argument can be made, because number one, he's restrained from leaving through from the driveway. On top of that, this guy, threatened to call the police on him, and perhaps that was the reason why he didn't want to leave. He didn't want a highway police trail behind him or something like that, or a high-speed police chase. I think that's the appropriate term I should use. But he, and also I can understand too, being that this is private property, if he drives on the grass, if he tries to go around or he hits the car, then his company gets sued, and if they get sued, then they obviously will try and fire him, and he'll lose his job. Or who knows, he could end up being arrested for careless operation of a vehicle, anything like that. So that was probably going through this brother's mind when he was sitting there, and he even talked about why he didn't want to go around, because he didn't want to go on someone's grass. But this goes on for 24 minutes, and then you're going to see something else. Another person is going to come out. So I'm going to keep the footage going.
It's straight.
And apparently you need a gate code to get in here, right?
That's correct.
So how did I get in here?
I want to know where you're going.
It was none of your business. I'm going out.
None
That's
of
where I'm
his
going,
business.
but you're in my way.
I'm not arguing with you anymore.
So then move out the way then.
I'm not moving. All you have to do is tell me where you're going.
I don't have to tell you shit, and you're pissing me off. No, I don't.
He's the president of the world.
The Homeowners Association.
Tom knows.
Tom, it's a bad day. I got the president of the Homeowners Association over here at this last stop, got me blocked in so I can't leave. And he called the cops because he wants to know where I'm going, and I didn't want to tell him. I don't have the mental capacity to deal with this right now. I really don't. So his name is Dave Stewart. I don't know where he lives, where he come from or whatever, but he's literally got me blocked in. I'm video recording now. Yeah, after I made the last delivery, I was coming so I can find a place to turn around safely so I can get out. And at the delivery, there's a lot of trees here, and they're very low, and they need to be pruned or whatever. So I knocked the branch off, and I guess this car that he's in was the car that was behind me, and it was a woman driving it before. So I guess she went in the house and told him, and he decided that he wants to play Super Cop or be Napoleon Dynamite or something. So he literally is bumper to bumper with me. We're not touching, but he got me blocked in after I made my U-turn, so I'm trying to get out of here. But he called the cops and gave them their gate code. So I'm trying to keep cool. I really am. But I done gave him a middle finger and a few curse words, and I've been. Normally I can better handle myself, but so I just wanted to give you a call, give you a heads up, let you know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, because it's a private property and all like that. So in order for me to get around, I had to go and find, I was either going to look for a wide street where I can make a U-turn or find a little cul-de-sac area. And I found a little cul-de-sac area to make the U-turn. And as I turned around to head back up the street, because it's like one way in, one way out, he has me blocked now. So. I know it did. We tore it on the branch, but the homeowner was out there. He saw everything, and he was like, "It's okay. Don't even worry about it. You didn't do nothing." He dragged it on back onto his property. So, and this guy is not even on the same. He doesn't even live on the same street. Yeah, he's just decided that he wants to be neighborhood police.
Now, guys. I'm
yeah,
gonna fast forward a little bit.
I'm trying to get out of here, so I can leave. But he decided to block me in.
But
and
this is what's going to
happen
happen
if I go
next. So let me just fast forward a little bit, so you guys can see what happens next. They're still in the truck, right? And eventually, this asshole comes. So we got Dave. So I don't know. We got Dave and Buster's. The guy's name is Dave. I don't know who this guy is, but he comes out and basically does the same thing as David Stewart here. He came from that direction. I'm gonna play it right here.
Now I just need to calm down before the cops get here. So if anything happens, well, we'll give you a call. Well, yeah, because I needed someplace to put it. And I think the gentleman that we delivered to, I think he just... Is that him?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't look like him unless he changed clothes.
Yeah, because he was in something else, right? So...
Hey, man. What's going on?
I'm trying to leave.
Why? I mean,
What do you mean, why?
what were we in here for?
None of your business?
Yeah, it is. Of course it is.
Oh.
I live in here.
Did I deliver it to your house?
You didn't deliver anything that I know of.
It's because it's none of your business, that's why.
I'm just asking why you're in.
You're asking questions. You don't need to ask questions. All you need to do is have your buddy move his car so I can leave and go about my business.
So, did you make a wrong turn into the neighborhood?
How do I make a wrong turn into a gated neighborhood? I need to have a gate code in order to get in, right? That's common sense, right?
So,
So if I had a gate, if I'm in here, I had a gate code, right?
how did you get a gate code?
That's none of your business. Yet again,
It sure as hell is.
it sure as hell isn't.
You're in the wrong, dude.
I'm not in the wrong. I don't know who this is. What's your name?
No, this is our street. This is private street.
Just so you know, more than you two guys live on this street too. And you're not the only ones with goat codes.
You're warning us what?
I'm not warning nobody.
Okay.
What you said.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. And that's the reason why I'm recording too. So just in case,
I don't understand English.
apparently you don't.
Okay. Now, I'm glad I kept it going and you saw this part. You heard this guy said, "Are you warning us? You're warning us?" And clearly, this brother was not warning him or threatening them in any way. So he was trying to play the big, scary black brute is going to get me card. And it didn't work. Fortunately, it didn't work. Now, as the video progresses on, and again, this goes on for 24 minutes. All right, 24 minutes.
I'm in the
this
wrong.
goes
Show
on.
me your badge then.
No, they're coming.
Uh-huh.
And they were going to tell this shit to the police, trust me. But this is why you got to record yourself all the time when you have these interactions with black people. Keep your
Reason of
phone on
deduction,
charger,
common sense.
record
I'm
it,
back here,
and
I had a
also,
gate code.
number one,
You got a fucking camera too. Look
I don't
here.
give a fuck.
I'm going to play it back so we can hear that exchange. But also, this is very important, get yourselves armed. Exercise your Second Amendment rights, because God knows if these guys would have had a gun on these men, and I get they working, so they probably can't carry it, liability issues. But God knows what these guys would have done if they had their guns on them, what they could have done to these men, and would have made up any excuse in the book to try and justify killing them.
What you got? Tom, I done told you, I don't have the mental capacity for it. Normally, I'm more cool, calm, collected. Got too much going on. And Cagney and Lacey over here want to be street detectives. So it don't get physical. I'm gonna stay in the truck. I got my seatbelt on. I did not take it off. I'm just.
I wouldn't have interacted
But
with
that's
him at
none
all.
of their business.
Hey, all we want to know is why you're in here and who gave you the gate code. That's all we need to know.
Show me your badge.
I don't have a badge.
So then you don't have a reason to ask me any questions.
Okay.
It's that simple. Just have your buddy move the car so I can leave. The last one, 2220 Northeast 131st Street, Edmond, Oklahoma.
So this was Edmond, Oklahoma. Okay.
Yeah, by the time he hit this red light, he was gone.
All right. So
Yeah.
again, I didn't want to make
You
this
can
a long,
see
long
what I'm
video.
in here for. I mean,
But
they want
This goes on, like I said,
other
for
information that is
24
none of-
minutes.
This is okay, that's fine.
man.
He comes back over.
You do realize this is all private property.
You do realize this is unlawful detainment, right? You have absolutely no reason and no right to hold me here to block me in with your
all
car.
I need to know is why
You don't need to know anything.
Yes, I do. This is private. Okay, that's fine.
The private property that you own is probably somewhere up there.
No, the private property I own 1/18th of what you're sitting on. This street is private.
1/18th of what I'm
This is
sitting on.
not city property. This street is maintained by the people that live in there.
Mm-hmm.
This is private.
And apparently one of the people that live here, it gave me a gate code. You're not helping me. You being nosy. That's all you're doing. You're trying to use privilege and you're not getting it from me. Just move your car. Unlawful detainment.
Okay, again, like I say, this goes on.
It wasn't like we
24
was at that
minutes.
delivery longer than 5 minutes because the truck never shut off.
And apparently the owner comes out to talk to the guys, the men who were blocking this brother in, and they're still talking.
Sean, call my work phone because I'm recording on this phone. It's not come now? Are you going to call and have the police not come now? Are you going to call and have the police not come now?
That's what I'm doing right now. All you have to do is tell me where you're going.
I don't have
You
to.
understand?
I don't have to
This is all
tell
private
you
property.
anything.
Yeah, this is David Stewart. I just called from police station.
You can apologize too.
Y'all see this here? Watch it. 24 seconds. 24. Yeah, at 24 minutes flat. That's when they pull off. And this brother,
of the neighborhood, but he said there was absolutely of the neighborhood, but it wasn't your fault, sir. I don't understand what his need or purpose was for doing that. Normally, I probably could have handled it a little different, a little better, but emotionally, I got a lot of things going on.
okay, so now he's talking to the homeowner.
Yes, he moved. He said he was calling to talk to the police to let them know that I could come out, but I didn't want to move right away, just in case it made it seem like I was trying to flee the scene or something like that. All right. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. No problem. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. He's very apologetic. He said he's so sorry that that happened to us. You know, he said they can be overprotective of the neighborhood, but he said there was absolutely no need or no call for that to happen, and he truly apologizes. And I told him about the police situation. He said he'll be looking out for him, because I told him I didn't want to just pull off right away and then they'd be like I was fleeing the scene or something.
Right.
So
Yeah, they called it off, I guess.
yeah,
You know,
that's crazy. I don't.
be better.
Yeah, there's too much going on mentally.
By the way, this brother has lost 2 family members all the while this has been going on. So the reason he's emotional about it, he's dealing with that. You know, you heard him saying he had a lot going on he had to deal with, and that was the issue. But the brother is obviously crying because he's heard about what happened, and this just made it worse. So, Brother Miller, you're welcome to come on this program anytime to talk about this if you see this video. And I'm glad that you handled yourself accordingly. You did better than me. You had the patience of Job, because I would have just straight up ran over all of that grass. I wouldn't have waited 25 minutes for him. That's just me. But I understand you did what you did. You handled it patiently, man, and cordially and professionally, better than some. And it just sucks that you had to go through that. But this is something that we deal with in America as black men every day. We deal with that stigma on our heads. And for those that don't understand it, especially ostrich-looking, beady-eyed, giraffe-neck Candace Owens, I'm gonna have to do one video on Candace Owens, just one, because she's not really worth my time to even deal with. But I saw the video she did on Ahmaud Arbery, and some people couldn't finish watching it after 3 minutes. I couldn't even stomach it for a while. But I'm gonna dissect what she said, because as a journalist, you have to look at things unbiased, no matter how bad it gets. But then you also got to put it together and just take them to the woodshed. And that's what I'm going to do later. But at the meantime, right now, Brother Travis, you know, shout out to you. You didn't deserve this, but this is commonplace, and this happens. And I'm grateful that he and the other brother that was in the truck with him, that they survived this encounter. So that's been it for me, guys. This has been another episode of Gavin Richard Presents on my channel, GBoo2786. Please donate to the channel. Please subscribe. Hit that like button. I am out. Peace.